The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
Put on your uniform right?
Expert Action Badge.
Show up to work on time.
Expert Action Badge.
Qualify on your weapon.
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
Find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right. Just doing your noble warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Action Badge.
Good afternoon, nation. It is I, KJ, coming back faithfully every Tuesday and Thursday for Jose's Taco Truck. And my, oh my, oh my, what fun times we have had. Oh, lordy. Okay, first of all, I'm about to blow my brains out with the fucking school thing. Oh my fucking god. Bartending school is fucking great. It's easy peasy. I can get a fucking job right off the bat. But oh my fucking god, the students. The only bright side is that there's 4 other fucking veterans in the class. And the other fucking veterans there are all fucking great. They're fucking great. They're the fucking tits. But other than that, you know. I'm doing this for the money. I'm doing this so I can save money so that I can open up my own restaurant or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, fuck that noise. Let's get right into it. Okay, so my wife, being the wonderful woman she is, knowing that I'm always scrounging for fucking news articles, immediately hit me with this from our local news station, WSMV, here in Nashville. Norovirus outbreak hits Winter Olympics, sidelines 1,200 security guards. South Korea has deployed 900 military personnel after 1,200 security guards were pulled from duty following a norovirus outbreak at the Winter Olympics facilities in Pyeongchang. Organizers said 41 security guards had suffered a sudden onset of vomiting and diarrhea on Sunday and had been taken to the hospital. Okay, first of all, that must be the most horrific fucking symptoms you can ever get. Vomiting and diarrhea. Like, I will take bleeding out of my eyes for 1,000, Alex, before I fucking deal with vomiting and diarrhea. Because if you start vomiting, how can you control your sphincter? One can force the other, and then you're sitting there the entire time, leaking out of both ends, crying like a little girl, going, "Make it stop!" And then, of course, looking like the fucking Family Guy episode. Vomiting and fucking vomiting and diarrhea. That's just horrifying. The outbreak comes just days before the opening of South Korea's 2018 Winter Olympics tonight, which is very important. Tonight, the Olympics start. I will be watching. I'm all excited. To prevent the spread of the disease, the other guards were withdrawn and replaced with 900 military personnel as of Monday afternoon, a statement from Pyeongchang Olympic Committee said. The military personnel will be responsible for security checks of the 20 venues as they take up jobs such as security searches, previously done by civilian safety personnel until the patient's condition is normalized. All the civilian guards were in a stable condition. According to the statement, organizers said that all Olympic accommodations and buses were being disinfected. The first Olympic events are set to be held tonight, February 8th. Competitions will run for 2 weeks before the closing ceremonies are held on Sunday, February 25th. The Korean Center for Disease Control and Prevention, KCDC, said in a statement Monday that the 41 security guards have been staying in the same building in Pyeongchang. KCDC dispatched an immediate response team to the Pyeongchang site to check additional people for symptoms, check the origin of the exposure, take measures to control infection, and prevent spread, the statement said. it's not clear how the guards became infected in the first place. Well, I know how the second one came infected. The first one was too busy fucking puking his brains out and shitting out everywhere, and the second one was the dumbass trying to clean it up. Water and food at the accommodations are currently being tested, while the Winter Olympics Committee said it would strengthen checks on sleeping quarters for staff working at the games to prevent further infections. So, okay, we've got, the Olympics, fucking everyone's shitting and puking over themselves. Hey, Doc, how you doing, buddy? Everyone's shitting and puking over themselves in the Olympics, which is fucking great. We haven't even started yet, and there's already drama. What's up, Mike, over in the Mixer chat? Norovirus spreads so fast. Yeah, it does. Part of me immediately, when I first read this last night, I was like, oh my god, the North Koreans! But I'm sitting there going, oh my god, wait a minute, if they... I mean, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. For North Korea to infect people with norovirus at the Olympics. It just doesn't. Because, once again, no one is that stupid. No one is that stupid. There is no fucking possible way that anyone in the world would say, you know what? I think this is the great... I mean, we've all read fucking Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Alright? And we all saw how those fucking crazies in the book tried fucking infecting everybody with the Shiva virus, which is going to kill off the entire world population. No one is crazy enough to try to infect the fucking Olympics. That's like terrorism 101. Don't fuck with the Olympics. You're going to fuck with the whole world and everyone's going to come down on you. Don't do it. Mahmoud, don't do it. I mean, seriously. It's one of those things that if you do it, you're fucked. They should have ate from the gut truck while I was in the motor pool. Dude, I was there. I was sitting there for like 10 hours. Like, yo, I got fresh made tacos. I've got fresh made empanadas. Blah, 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 blah. And no one came by. It's because I was serving no kimchi. That's why. I was such an asshole I forgot to eat kimchi. But, oh man, it's... And then I feel for the 900 military personnel after, those 900 military guys are sitting there from South Korea like, we gotta babysit fucking civilians. For how long? Wait, what? No, I have an appointment. I can't do... No, I have an appointment. I can't do it. Fuck! That's what's going through every South Korean military member's mind right the fuck now. None of them, hardly any of them are going to speak Korean. They're going to be asking me where the bathroom is, and I don't know where the fuck, how they're fucking saying it. This is going to suck. I'm going to get fucking abducted by some Russian. I fucking know it. Like, they're all fucking stressing over the same thing. Like, this is going to fucking suck. I feel for you guys. I feel for you. I got you, man. South Korean allies over there, I got you. I feel your pain, bro. But yeah, fucking norovirus. And that's the thing, like, I see Mike talking in the Mixer chat. I work in a lab in the UK, and we test for noro. The weird thing is so many people from work had it at once. Can you send some Tums of Rolaids? Gotcha, bro. Just head on over to Northeast Nashville. I'll drop them for you. Fucking, I'll drop some Tums and Rolaids for you. But fucking, yeah, like, norovirus fucking spreads quickly. That's why my first thing wasn't, oh my god, the North Koreans. It was, fucking idiots didn't wash their fucking hands. Way to go. Congratulations. You're brilliant. Didn't even follow basic you went to the bathroom after violently vomiting, which caused your diarrhea. And now you're sitting there and it's like, oh, well, I don't think I should wash my hands. But, that's fucking Korea for you. I think that's the epitome of fucking, of a deployment to Korea. That's the epitome of it. Vomiting with diarrhea. There you go. If anyone is listening from WTF Nation Radio, I need a graphic for that. The epitome of Korea, vomiting while having diarrhea. Get the 2ID symbol and have it puking and then have it shitting out the ass. There we go. What is their the tacos gave me heartburn. Wear masks. What is their temperatures in Celsius? I don't fucking know. I don't know what their temperatures are in Celsius. I'm American. I use American measurements. Except when I need to travel. Then I'm in meters because I'm a dumbass and I stick with it. Okay, so in other fucking news, and we're really not talking about anything crazy because I wanted to shift away, and I was listening to Tuesday. I was coming home from class and I was listening to Dr. Michael Savage, and he brought up an excellent point. When did talk radio become synonymous with nothing but politics? And that talk radio is supposed to be a two-way communication. between you and me. So, So, it's one of those things of, it used to be, and I remember this when I was younger. I remember this in the 90s growing up because my dad would listen to talk radio every morning. It used to be a little bit of everything. Politics, fucking news, video games, cars. Talk radio used to be about talking. So that's what I'm doing today. Is I'm gonna try to follow in one of the greats' footsteps, and I know I'm shadowing him, and I really have a hard on for Michael Savage because he's been doing it for so long. But that's the thing. Like, yeah, okay, we got the norovirus outbreak, which is a horrible thing for the Olympics, and there's some political impact. But we don't need to sit there and talk all day about fucking norovirus, especially when there's so many other cool things going on. It's kind of distressing, being that the sole focus, and it's not just here on WTF Nation Radio, but everywhere, the sole focus when it comes to talking with an audience has been about politics. And how mind-numbing can that be? I actually have a question for you guys, and I'd love for you to call in. If you're gonna call in, please, English KJ. If you're gonna call in, 415-889-8367, and if you're gonna call in, I want to hear, and I just want to hear that one buzzword that immediately you turn off the radio. Immediately you're like, nope, fucking, I'm done. Because that's an excellent point. There's like, I listen to fucking 99.7 Super Talk Nashville all the fucking time, and there's only two guys I listen to. I listen to the 9 a.m. guy, which I can never remember his name, because he's funny as shit, and he talks about the old days, and he laughs his ass off, and has a good time. And Michael Savage, because I don't get out of school till 10:30, and he's on, and I get to listen to him for the half hour, 45 minutes it takes for me to get home. So, it's a good mix, but it's less politics. It's more, hey, what's going on? This is what's going on in the world, and we're not going to talk about how President Trump did XYZ, even though Dr. Savage is known for that. But whenever I hear fucking, like, libtard, snowflake, I'm like, oh my fucking god, click. Or the radical right, or the alt-right, click. Just without hesitation, click. Put it on fucking 102.9 The Buzz. Get that rock music going, sitting there just bouncing the fucking Disturbed, going like, ah. So come on, give me a call, 415-889-8367, 415-889-8367. Give me a call. Let me hear what that one buzzword is and why it turns you off. Love to hear that. Operators are standing by to take your calls. I have a couple of retards in my platoon. They're all grunts. Yeah, I feel you, Doc. So anyway, like, and furthermore on that buzzword thing, like, the biggest, and yeah, you're asking what words. The biggest buzzword for me is snowflake, libtard, alt-right, or the conservative right. The minute I hear snowflake, libtard, alt-right, or conservative right, any of those four, I'm done listening. Because I pride myself in being a moderate. And when you have someone that's sitting there bashing and bashing and bashing, be it on the alt-left side or the alt-right side, the far left, the far right, a heavy conservative, a heavy liberal, it's annoying as shit because we don't need any more extreme liberal or extreme conservative opinions. We need moderate opinions, That's why, like, we have the budget going in today, and more than likely the government's going to fucking shut down. Because that's what fucking happens. And it's just frustrating. Like, I don't want to give an audience, be a part of an audience that's just sitting there going, oh yeah, the liberal snowflake libtards, they didn't know what they're doing, when, you never know when the next good idea may come by. Who knows? The budget may be solved by some dude out of fucking San Diego that proposes it to his congressman, and the budget's the fucking best budget we ever had, and it makes us money, and holy shit, we're in a fucking positive, and then when the next president comes through, we're sitting at like a $40 trillion positive or some shit. You never know. I'm not one to knock fucking ideas, and the minute I start hearing people knock ideas just because they're slightly different from theirs, the libtards, dude, they fucking believe in a different thing than you. I'm not gonna fucking support someone that's trying to silence someone else. Falls back on that whole, I signed on that dotted line to protect people's freedoms, and here you are attacking people's freedoms because you're a cunt. you know, and you know, it's like I'm never fucking directly, I never fucking directly call out, like I do my cunt of the week, which I haven't done in the past 2 weeks because I haven't had a cunt of the week. But yeah, my cunt of the week is not because of their political views; it's their actions. Like their actions dictate the cunt of the week. Well, most talk show hosts, I'm not talking about WTF Nation Radio, but just in general, they're my cunts of the week because they polarize and force the audience to listen to one narrative, and they bring on guests that are only for one narrative, and they only support that one narrative. And of course, with that one narrative, all you ever get is this one biased opinion. You know what? Fuck it. I need my graphics. Guess what grinds my fucking gears? It's that. It's one fucking opinion thinking. It's straight fucking minded. No fucking thought else outside of that. It's just that. You can't fucking deviate. One of the funniest things that I love the hypocrisy of it. Adapt and overcome. Shift fire and adjust. Phrases like that you hear constantly. And yet, the minute something doesn't go along with our way of thinking, no, fuck you, that's bad, shame on you. And it's very frustrating. That's my buzzword. Is when I hear the libtard, the snowflake, the alt-right, or the far right, or any of those phrases that extremify an opinion. That's where I'm like, no, fuck you, I'm done. Hey Josh, welcome to the Facebook chat. What is it you want to hear? A buzzword. What buzzword turns you off from radio? What buzzword turns you off from a talk show? What phrase turns you off from a talk show? That's what I want to hear. Think of this as a sensing session. What don't you want to hear from me? What shit is not fucking, not cool with you? So that I can get a better gauge from my audience of, okay, they don't like that. Like if I start, yes, cunt of the week. I'm not doing cunt of the week today. If you want me to do cunt of the week, it'll be that fucking dude that was sitting on the toilet, that wasn't sitting on the toilet when he started vomiting and shat all over the bathroom floor and spread norovirus. And now 900 fucking brothers and sisters from South Korea are sitting there going, I gotta fucking deal with civilians now. Oh, fuck me. That's my cunt of the week. That dude that couldn't fucking have the decency to at least put a bucket behind him while he was puking in the toilet. Or a bucket in front of him while he was shitting on the toilet. That's my cunt of the week. Anyway, moving past, you guys think about those buzzwords things. You guys think about what turns you off from radio, what makes you change that station. I'd love to hear it. But let's go to some fucking video game world. Let's go to the video game world, the fucking world I exist in, because I got that whole WTF Nation gaming thing. Check it out. We're coming back next Wednesday because, Valentine's Day. Why the fuck not? I love you guys so much. Just make sure before anything happens, wine and dine me first. I'm not a cheap date. Okay, so it's crazy how many cheaters are banned from PUBG. I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm just going to go for the buzz numbers. 1.5 million cheaters. 1.5 million cheaters have been banned from PUBG in the last month. And that is impressive. That is a very impressive number. However, we've seen a lot of debate going on over which is better, Fortnite or PUBG. And a lot of players still believe PUBG is better, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And they want to region lock the game. And I'm reading an article from Forbes, and Forbes makes a good point. This isn't because PUBG gamers in the West are anti-Chinese racists, but because data shows that the vast majority of these cheaters are based in China. And something that the creator, Brendan Green, admitted. So we're constantly arguing region lock China, region lock. Like U.S. players play with U.S. players, North American players. Let fucking European players play with European players. Let the Chinese play with the Chinese. Keep the hackers in with the hackers. And it's great that you banned 1.5 million cheaters in a population of 3 billion. That's the harsh reality, is that this 1.5 million, approximately 89-90% of them came from China. It's right in the middle. It's like 89.6 something percent. So roughly 90% came from China. And as an avid gamer, I mean, I've been gaming my whole fucking adult life. I've been gaming my whole fucking life. My parents were fucking D&D nerds. My first system was a Super Nintendo playing Final Fantasy. You know, I'm a gaming geek. But when you have when we started playing online, I remember it clearly with Diablo 2. When you started playing online and you started dealing with Battle.net and people connecting to it from all over the fucking world, my biggest fear was seeing a Chinese name. I remember that clear as fucking day, even back when I was fucking like 10. A Chinese name with Chinese characters was, oh shit, I'm gonna get fucking destroyed. He's gonna turn on his PvP, he's gonna fucking kill my character, and I have a hardcore character that has only one life. Fuck. And it was a frantic rush to disconnect before he started fucking cheating. And 9 times out of 10, I wasn't that fast. I was like 10 at the time. Nowadays, like and this is the hilariousness of it. Like, I'll play PUBG and I bitch and moan about, like, you've heard me bitch and moan about this game. I am so frustrated about what it is. What it could have been and what it is, and that what it could have been still can be, but they aren't fucking doing shit towards it. I'm so frustrated that I can't play on North American servers. I can't. Because all those cheaters go to the North American server. I still have the original NES. You beat Mario Bros. I can kill by Mutant Ninja Turtle using no warp zones. Well, that, my friend, you should look into speedrunning. Hell yeah, speedrunning is fun as shit. But it's one of those things, like, I have to go play on the Asian servers or the Oceanic servers, which have horrible connection times, because there's less cheaters there. I don't run. If I play a North American server, I'm looking at least out of the 100 players, 10 to 15 cheaters. I play on Asian or fucking Oceanic, which is Australia, the Philippines. I'm looking at 5 to 10. That's a drastic reduction. Oh, and usually they all jump in the same places. So as long as I avoid these places, I'm golden. And that's the harsh reality. Part of it that I don't really like about PUBG is that if you look at Fortnite, and more players are moving towards Fortnite, you don't have that issue to such an extent. Fortnite is cartoonier, and because it's cartoonier, people don't think it's as competitive. But holy shit, Epic Games put out something that is competitive in a completely different way from PUBG. Where PUBG, you have to stalk and you have to sit there and be like, okay, where's those? All right, that shot came from my 5 o'clock. So I know there's at least 2 guys behind me there. You know, I'm gonna keep moving this direction. I'm gonna hit this point. I'm gonna hit this point. In Fortnite, fuck it, I got a shotgun. Bring it on, bitch. I'm gonna build me a fucking battle tower. And you sit there the entire time swinging your fucking hammer with your little fucking blueprints out, going stairs, and you're building a tower to fucking heaven. And all the entire fucking time as you're building that tower to fucking heaven, Jesus Christ himself is looking down at you like, oh my God, my son, you'll reach me soon. Just get to the highest build point and just wait there till the end of the circle, and then do this amazing fucking like 1080 fucking drop spin while you shotgun the earth below you. I've never played a game where I've had that situation before, and it's fun as hell. Hell, I still haven't won a Fortnite game. Like, I'll average about 6 to 8 wins in PUBG a week. Which isn't great. It's not bad, but it isn't great. But in Fortnite, like, I don't care. I don't care if I win. I don't care if I lose. It's fun as shit. And that's the main thing about PUBG. It's not fun anymore. He won't do anything about cheaters. He won't do anything about the stagnant just state of the game where players just fucking are the most fucking vile I've ever heard. I mean, I'm sure as shit, don't get me wrong, I call you a motherfucker. I'll call people motherfucking cunts, cuntless cockholsters. I use some foul fucking language when I'm playing. Why Club G, Club O matters. Fucking why does it have to be Fortnite? Fort Day matters, lol. I am a very vulgar person when I play online, especially when I get shot by a cheater. I'm off the handle. But holy shit, I go into PUBG and the entire fucking world is asking me, do you know the way? Dropping the N-bomb and all the other fun things. Fuck off of them hashtags, Doc. Hashtag him too. You know, it's when I go to Fortnite, I'm just having a grand old fucking time. I spend more time in Fortnite trying to find that person that I signify I'm not a threat, just so I can tail behind them and watch them and just see the crazy shit that they build. Like, they also, and here's another thing about PUBG and Fortnite. PUBG doesn't have the community that Fortnite does. You know, Fortnite had enough of a community that did a 50v50. Instead of being 1v99, or as a giant free-for-all, they did a 50 versus 50 game. And that was fun as shit. You know, it's just frustrating that a game that's doing so well and making so much money doesn't do shit. Doesn't do shit. And they won't listen to their fucking audience. And the numbers don't lie. People are leaving PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds like crazy. But moving forward. So does anyone fucking remember the NCAA games? The EA Sports, college football games, college basketball. So, lo and behold, in 2009, EA got sued over the college games, the college sports games, and they had to stop making them. And EA Sports, it's the game. Yeah, it's the game. And of course, that was kind of frustrating because I enjoyed the college games more than I enjoyed playing the regular Madden and shit like that. So, you know, I enjoyed playing fucking, you know, NCAA football and bada bing, bada boom, you know, rocking out my USF. But, you know, trial was ruled in favor of the NCAA, and EA had to stop making the games. So after the trial ended, plenty of people shared their views about the case. A number of current and former athletes emailed or tweeted me saying thank you for standing up. It didn't matter which sport they played. Also, this is written by the lawyer who sued EA. It didn't matter what sport they played or whether they were men or women. Sometimes it was former basketball players. Other times it was former volleyball or track athletes. To a person, they were supportive. Not one player had anything negative to say. Quite a few foreign players also told me they viewed the case about racial justice. What the fuck? They know I'm not a civil rights leader. No one's confusing me with Malcolm X or Gandhi. But the thing is, you don't need to be someone of stature or courage to recognize a very simple point. The NCAA has made a lot of money off the backs of young black men, and there's something very disconcerting about that. Oh my God. Here we go. You know, why are you doing this? You're just a money-hungry ex-jock, dude. You're messing up the video games. The why critique was an easy answer to. And no, I obviously wasn't money-hungry. If I were, I wouldn't have spent 8 years of my life litigating a case where I knew that if I won, I would likely get the same amount of money as if I lost, $0. In fact, all things considered, I likely lost quite a bit of money on the case. Rosa was another lawyer in the case, and I spent serious funds on travel, and both of us took time away from work. And remember, he sold cars. So when he wasn't at work selling cars in his other job, him not getting a commission, he's not getting paid. But the video comment was the one that I get the most. To be honest, it kind of caught me off guard since it was so wrong and ridiculous. Yes, it's true that Electronic Arts stopped publishing college sports games after we led the lawsuit. But let's talk about that fact for a moment. And the harsh reality is, they can come back. That's a big thing when it comes to college sports games. You know, white volleyball, Batman matters. What's with the fucking... Doc, you're killing me here. You know, college sports games, the thing with Madden is that if you're playing Madden, the players get a cut. If you think about it, like a couple of dollars go to EA and the rest of it goes to all the fucking, hey, can we use your likeness? 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 And the money goes back to the teams, which in turn goes to the players. In the NCAA series, in the college sports series, none of that shit happened. The players were not... In the NCAA, you could not sign a contract. Like, for example, if Nike came up to, I don't know, some basketball player in USF, or fucking Adidas came up to some soccer player out of Georgia, you know, then they couldn't sign a partnership deal in college. It wasn't allowed. It isn't allowed. So when EA started making the college football games, nothing was happening. You were getting the constantly changing rosters, and you were getting all these different stats, and it was a good series because of that, but all the money was going to EA. Meanwhile, they were featuring and using the likeness of all of these players. I clearly remember. It's like some of the people that were just in the Super Bowl on Sunday playing them as freshmen in NCAA football and putting them on starting teams. Clearly remember that. Now, EA settled in part because it didn't care about protecting amateurism. It cared about publishing video games, which is true to this fucking day. In part because it knew it had to use players' images and likeness without their permission. Back in 2012, EA sent us boxes of papers as part of a document request. In one of those boxes were email printouts. Among them were emails from EA Sports staff in which they talked about designing and coding the March Madness 08 game to include players' names. But then, as those emails explained, EA pulled the names right before publication. Why would they do that? The Collegiate Licensing Company, the exclusive trademark licensing agent for the NCAA, warned them to do so. This is exactly the type of thing that could submarine the game if it got to the media. And it did. This is what tanked it and why we don't see it anymore. Enough of the Reebok matter. I know you love me, KJ. I know you love me, Doc. This is what tanked college sports video games. Was that for a long time they were using the likeness of these players, and then for a long time afterwards they weren't using the names, but they were still using the likeness, and you lost all this. You lost the wonder that is college sports. I loved playing the Rose Bowl or the Sugar Bowl, and I'm not able to do that anymore, and it bothers me a little bit. It's one of the best games to play in my opinion, but. How can they bring fucking the college sports back? Well, you got to restructure it to where the players can sign into those contracts and get them out so that they can make some money off of it, which actually would be great for them. Think about it. If you are an excellent star, we'll use basketball because I'm not very familiar with basketball, so I'm not going to fucking stress out over it. But we'll say Michael Jordan, top of my head. Michael Jordan's still in college. We all know he's going to fucking go to some AAA fucking team, whatever. But they want to use his likeness in an NCAA game? Fuck yeah, send him a contract. He makes some money off of it. Guess what? He can prepare himself better for that professional manner. Even further, he can pay off, get shit for school, or get a vehicle, or all those other things. And if you incorporate these players and the you incorporate the collegiate pardon me, if you incorporate the collegiate licensing company and you make it to where a partnership is lucrative for all parties, hell yeah, we'll get those games again. It was, in my opinion, that was the downfall of EA. When EA started pushing out the college games and there were no names, but they were very like the people that were there, that was where I knew things were going wrong for the whole publishing company, because that is where you see that they don't care. We're still going to use their likeness, but it's not them. That's not Tom Brady. That's Bob Jady. Yeah. That's Bomb Trady. Yeah, that's Bomb Trady. And of course, by doing that, violated some rules. I went to court. Courts ruled in the plaintiff's favor, and we lost it. And now EA's turned into this money hungry. We got to make up for this gap in our fucking lineup, which they've been doing ever since they stopped doing college sports. And if you want to argue that shit, fucking just look at the fucking releases. Nothing EA has released since then has been up to the industry standard, except for Battlefield, and even fucking then, that's pushing it. But yeah, video games. It's really sad to talk about the whole state, it's really sad to talk about video games as a whole, because this environment, this part of our economy, is still in its infancy. It's only about 30 years old, maybe 40 years old, and there's there's a lot of it that remains untouched. There's a lot of it that we haven't fully understood or grasped. And with that being said, things like this right here with the NCAA, when that came to be, it created a vacuum. And what do we do with this vacuum? Oh, well, let's just pump out games, pump them out, pump them out, pump them out. And it begs the question, as a viable form of media and as a viable form of, in the United States, art, not in Germany but in the U.S., you have the question to be asked: are we willing to let ourselves be screwed over by these organizations, or at least something subpar? I mean, comparatively, and it could be said about fucking PUBG. It could be said about EA Sports games, how they release a new one every fucking year with nothing new in it. It could be said about fucking the current trend with fucking MMO shooters. Destiny, The Division, and now Anthem. Shit like that can be said across the entire spectrum. And as an excellent medium for veterans, and tying it all back around, as an excellent medium for veterans, there are plenty of organizations that are focusing and using video games as a tool to help with PTSD, to help as a coping mechanism, shit like that. Should we allow the industry, especially, with the population as of the last census of veterans being 21.7 million, should we allow something that is a viable form of entertainment, healing, and communication fall in this rut? I personally think, no matter what industry you're in, I'm going into bartending. I'm not going to be happy with just being a bartender. I'm not going to be happy doing that. I personally feel you should always strive to be something better. If you're a fucking specialist, you should strive to be a corporal or a sergeant. If you're a fucking day shift manager, you're a shift lead, you should strive to be a fucking assistant manager. I'm a bartender. I'm in training to be a bartender. I'm going to be a bartender next week officially, and I don't want to be a bartender for too long. I want to be a bar manager. And then from bar manager, I want to learn restauranteering, or I want to go down the sommelier route and learn about wines and cognacs and brandies and shit like that, which I'm already doing now. You always want to better yourself, but we've allowed this industry to stagnate. The most exciting thing coming out is something that came out in the 90s, 4-player couch co-op. Holy fucking shit, 4-player couch co-op, oh my god! Who'd have think it? But you, me, and half of the other people here fucking grew up with 4-player couch co-op. I remember playing fucking GoldenEye 007 on the N64. Or Super Smash Brothers. But GTFO's coming out this year. That survival horror shooter game. That's like fucking Payday. And everyone's freaking out because 4-player couch co-op! Red Dead Redemption. Great. Allows me to live out my fucking Western fantasies. I get to sit there spinning fucking dual Colts from the 1800s. Just sitting there and shooting them like fucking cool guys. And sure as shit, that's coming out with a Battle Royale mode. That's a welcome addition. That's a break from the stagnation. But Anthem looks stagnant. Anthem looks like it's just going to be another Destiny clone. Fucking Call of Duty. Every fucking year. Every fucking year. New Call of Duty. And what's the change? Barely anything. I mean, critically, if we want to talk about this, not just the, oh my god, I fucking love video games, but oh my god, let's look at the industry as a whole. Call of Duty represents the industry better than any other game right now. Better than any other game. That is the attitude of the industry. Put something out there because people will buy it. That's the harsh reality. And the best example of that, Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty World War II. Advanced Warfare changed the game. It made it vertical. It made it in multi-direction. It made it skill-based. And then when people didn't like skill-based, they made it a way for you to buy weapons that weren't skill-based. The loot boxes. Call of Duty World War II? They took away that multi-directionalism. They took away that skill-based shooting, and now all you have to do is remember there are 3 lanes, and if you run down any of these lanes, you're going to find somebody and shoot them. That's not fun. You do that, okay, by the way, do that, level up, unlock new guns. By the way, don't forget to buy our care packages. That's not fun. I get it, playing PUBG. PUBG is another great example. PUBG, comparatively, a completely different genre. But PUBG, as much as I ripped on it, it's fun. I bitch and moan about PUBG, but I keep coming back to it. Why? Because every fucking game is different. You don't land in that central city of Pachinki every time and have the same exact thing happen. You don't enter, I am a creature of habit. I land in about, the same 8, 9, 10 areas. Yeah, about 9 areas. I land in the same 9 areas every fucking time. And every fucking time, I'm not guaranteed to get that fucking awesome M4, that all the attachments I need, the 8x scope, the backup fucking vector. I'm not guaranteed to get that shit. So I have to adapt and overcome. That's what gamers want. Don't fucking give them the same drivel drabble of fucking Call of Duty, where the one time they innovate, which was with Advanced Warfare, and Black Ops 3 is where they innovated and they added this multi-directionalism. And don't innovate and then regress. If you're going to innovate, keep going with it. Yeah, the audience may not like it in the beginning because, oh my god, it's different. I don't know what I'm going to do. But look at Grand Theft Auto. Every fucking Grand Theft Auto game has been different. Has been an advancement. They've innovated, they've gotten better, and they've put out a better product, and oh my god, you don't have this problem with Grand Theft Auto, because Grand Theft Auto, they take so much time. I mean, look at Red Dead Redemption. 6 years? 6 years since Red Dead Redemption 1 and Red Dead Redemption 2. That's insane. That's a hell of a lot of time. Even we'll use the holy grail of video gaming, Half-Life. Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2. Multiple years apart. Almost. I think it was a half a decade, like 5 or 6 years. 7 years, I think, at most. But a long period of time apart. And the change from Half-Life 1 to Half-Life 2 was phenomenal. And with Half-Life 3 starting to get hinted at, like for the first time, we're actually getting legitimate hints about Half-Life 3, which is fucking amazing. Legitimate fucking hints about a game that no one thought was ever going to come out. And you know that there's stuff they've been working on, like a new engine and new graphics and new AI and all that shit. You know that it's going to be innovative and unique, and it's going to set a new standard. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, set a new standard for shooters, the perk system. But this industry has become stagnant. Because now we expect to have the perk system, we expect to have fucking regenerating health, we expect to have all these things that are a crutch. That's why PUBG feels so fresh every time you play. Because you don't have regenerating health, you don't have guaranteed fucking weaponry, you can't memorize what's going to happen exactly because you can't guarantee what 99 other people are going to do. It's unique. Whereas Call of Duty World War II, pick up the FG-42 and lay waste. Good job. You did a great job. I don't know. It's a little fucking vindictive, but when an industry gets stagnant, like the car industry, you can have regen health if you take Motrin and drink water. Yup. It's turning into the car industry for me. Cars do not excite me anymore. Like when I was a kid, cars excited the hell out of me. Now it's, oh great, they added USB ports. Yay. The car industry doesn't excite me anymore because there's really no innovation. Tesla excites me because Tesla is a little bit different. Okay, cool. Here's a car that is, renewable. Great. Now we don't have a way to charge it without fossil fuels, but hey, step in the right direction. The Prius excited me because the Prius fucking was different and it was renewable and unique. Fucking Jeep Wrangler is another one that fucking excites me. It's different. It's unique. Toyota? Pfft. Look, I have a thing here. The 2019 Toyota 4Runner. So, I look at it. I look at this car, and it's literally a Toyota 4Runner. That's it. Nothing excites me about it. I look at it, I know that's a Toyota 4Runner. And then I look at what's in it, and I'm just sitting there going, wow, that's, wow, the most notable thing is Fox shock transplants. Going from one type of shocks and transplanting into Fox shocks. Oh my God. Oh Jesus, what am I gonna do? Oh no. No fucking excitement there. Oh, and the other major upgrade is instead of having a regular exhaust, they have a snorkel. Yup. Truly innovative. I mean, do you see the frustration I'm having here is that you know, two different industries. One that's roughly double the age of the other. But the car industry is getting so fucking stagnant, and we're looking at video games which are becoming more and more involved in our economy. It's used as an escapism. It's used as a tool just as much as fucking going out for a hike in the middle of the woods. It's used as a tool to escape. And instead of putting out the same dribble drabble bullshit, they can put out something unique, something that changes the game, that makes you question and makes you ask, holy shit, what was that? What just happened? Unless you run all vent puke tubes from differentials and transmissions, the snorkel is worthless. Yeah, you're absolutely fucking right. But that was the major fucking change for the 2019 Toyota 4Runner. Major fucking change. They don't talk anything about what they've done to the new fucking, with a new engine. You know, nothing new about that. Nothing new about, the undercarriage has reinforced parts. Oh God. Which is nothing new. They changed from a plastic composite to a metal composite. Oh my God, you're a fucking car of the year. You know, it's frustrating. That's all. It's frustrating. And like I would say fucking go back to fucking reading books. You're a snorkel, KJ. Yeah, I'm a snorkel. I feel like hell, dude. But it's like, you know, I would say go back to reading books and find your entertainment there, because video games are fucking stagnating, and it happens every couple of years. You know, if you're a fucking car guy, switch over to motorcycles, because cars are fucking stagnating. You know, if you're a fucking gun guy, it's a great time to be alive, because everything's coming fucking legal. You know, or you're in California or New York, you know, you're just now fucking, you know, like if you're in fucking, I think it's California, you're just now getting to over 10-round magazines. You know, the world's fucking coming down because of that. But we're in a period of stagnation, and it's driving me fucking nuts in all industries. In all entertainment-based industries, in all fucking hobby-based industries. Like, one of my big hobbies, airsofting, BB guns. I love BB guns. I love shooting 12-year-olds in the face. I fucking tried starting a company based around that for veterans. And love that shit. And what the fuck, man? I ain't seen nothing new. Nothing new. And there's so much cool shit that could be done. Like, I made this awesome... Do I have it with me? Yeah. I don't have it in my office, so I'm not going to go get it. But I had this fucking, like, nice... Need some burritos. Need some burritos. Got you, fam. I got you, fam. You know, fucking awesome fucking little thing. But, like, in the airsoft world, instead of it having an upper and lower receiver, which they do, what they do is they have a... What they do is they have this little gearbox, and it fills in the upper and lower receiver, and, you know, that's how the fucking air gets pushed through, and there's a piston. I fucking came out and I started working on a actual parts for an upper receiver and a bolt, and, you know, a bolt for a BB gun, and working on a fucking trigger assembly that it all works together. It's still electric based, but it separates as two different parts and clicks together like a rifle would. Bring that level of realism in it. So I sent my fucking designs out. You know, I fucking saved them with the, you know, sent them to the Library of Congress first. So they were fucking saved and copyrighted and all that shit. And, you know, patent pending, all that fun, happy bullshit. And sure as fucking shit, I send the designs out to some of the major companies, and none of them want them. Why? Because, and I fucking quote, we don't feel that that would be appropriate. When the fucking testing shows that you have less braking, you know, the issue with current gearboxes and airsofting is they break. The piston breaks. The fucking spring inside there that keeps that piston in there. And the best way to use an example is a bottle. But when you have inside here, you have a piston and a spring, and when you pull the trigger, the piston pulls back and pushes air through it. And what my thing did was, instead of being this fucking hardcore bullshit, fucking that spring could lose its it could become too stressed and snap, or lose its elasticity, or the piston can wear down. What it did was it allowed for that to be entirely frictionless based, so no fucking spring. It was all frictionless based and electric based. You know, it had little itty bitty fucking magnets in it. That's what controlled it. And you know, when the magnets lost it, it was cheaper to replace the magnets. You just popped it out, pull out that bulk carrier, place 1, 2, 3, 4 magnets in, done, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, something that would save people money, something that would be unique, something that would, you know, you can use like for what I was doing. You know, not only we're fucking, I was bringing vets out to fucking do the, you know, step left instead of stepping right scenarios, but fucking kids were coming out to hang out with these guys and ask them questions and learn because they wanted to fucking enlist. And now you'd be like, hey, here's how you break down a rifle, because that's how I made it. Just like an AR-15, just like an M4. It broke down exactly the same fucking way. And there was no fucking way you could literally break it down the exact same fucking way. All the way down to the fucking firing pin. Firing pin. It was a nozzle, but it was a firing pin. But it loaded the same way. And it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. Because these industries stagnate. And I just use one extreme one. But these industries stagnate, and we are the ones that sit there and either we become complacent, or we fucking just don't follow it anymore. Music. Look at music, man. Fucking Cardi B is one of the hottest artists right now. She makes some good songs, yeah, but Jesus fucking Christ. If that's fucking music today, that's what counts as fucking music, and no one knows who Led Zeppelin is, that's frustrating. My dog keeps trying to get in here. The only industry that isn't stagnating, which I find is fantastic, is movies. God, they're taking some liberties with movies. You know, I talked about Tuesday, and it's one thing that I'm really excited for. Venom. Venom is one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. Period, end quote. Too edgy for everyone. I love Venom. I love fucking Venom. He is my favorite fucking character in the whole Marvel universe. I love Venom with Eddie Brock. I love all aspects of the symbiote. I love fucking Venom vs. Carnage. I love even their fucking crazy fucking love affair that made a kid. You know, but yeah, Harley Davidson. What about new style drones, new American hot rods? Harley Davidson just released an electric motorcycle. Okay, great. But not everyone rides a motorcycle. We're talking about we're talking a majority. You know, I'm talking majority things and hobbyism, you know, some hobbies. Motorcycles are always advancing, Doc. And I'm sorry to divert from Venom. But motorcycles are always fucking advancing because it's, you know, people are always going to ask, hey, what's the biggest engine I can fit into this small frame? That's always going to be a major question with motorcycles. And it's fantastic. You know, newer American hot rods, no one does it anymore. No one's really fucking into that anymore. All I fucking see is fucking Honda Civics with VTEC and fucking Mustangs. Everyone wants a fucking Mustang. It's depressing. No one wants to go out and get that 68 GTO. But anyway, back to Venom. Venom which we all remember Topher Grace, and Spider-Man 3, which, oh god, no, please. Oh god, no. I can't do that. Tom Hardy steps in the shoes of Eddie Brock. And that's so fucking great. Tom Hardy is one of my favorite fucking actors. He's on the same level as Jeff Bridges. You know, Jeff Bridges is a character actor. He fucking gets in a role and he fucking fills it. He solidifies it. That is his role. The same thing like Kurt Russell or Johnny Depp. You know, character actors. And Tom Hardy is a very dark, brooding. He fits a certain role very well. And now Venom is a very complicated character. He starts off with the symbiote corrupting Eddie Brock's mind into, I just want to kill Spider-Man. I want Spider-Man. That's all I want, Spider-Man. And eventually the symbiote and Eddie Brock create a symbiosis, lack of a better way to say it, and realize they could do better in San Francisco as an anti-hero. You know, they start doing hero roles, but they still kill. And what do I see in the first 30 seconds of the fucking trailer? The Golden Gate Bridge. The minute I saw that Golden Gate Bridge, I don't care. I've already pre-ordered tickets. The movie hasn't even given me a release date, and I already found a way to pre-order tickets. Because the minute they went to that detail and they put him in San Francisco, done. We're not going to get the same bullshit fucking... Spider-Man, great power, great responsibility. We're going to get a Venom that is worthy of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And if you look at... Well, first of all, the director, Ruben Fleischer. He made Zombieland and Gangster Squad, which Gangster Squad was but Zombieland was fucking great. Woody Harrelson for the win. Venom is going to be fan-fucking-tastic because Tom Hardy, I can't see anyone else playing Eddie Brock. I can't. You know, and Venom is one of those characters that you can put him with Deadpool and it'd be fucking great. You can put him with Spider-Man and it's going to be great. You can put him with Wolverine, Iron Man, Captain America, anyone. And you have conflict. You have a story. There is so much about this character that doesn't... He works well with other characters and he doesn't work well with... You know, he works well with other characters and then there are ones that he absolutely doesn't, but there's conflict to make a story. You know, Ultimate Carnage is probably one of my favorite comic book series of all time. Scorpio, get over here. Yeah. Ultimate Carnage, one of my favorite comic book stories of all time. And that teamed up Spider-Man, Black Cat, Cloak and Dagger, which Cloak died, and then came back to life. Captain America and Venom against Carnage. And that right there, Venom, who is so content with stopping a burglary or stopping a robbery or stopping anything and then ripping the motherfucker's head off with Captain America, you know, life, freedom, in the American way. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That conflict drove that story forward. And you saw Venom acknowledge, yeah, I'm an extreme individual, but I need to be extreme so that A, I can survive, and B, or the character with the round pointy hat, it like the gooks that threw the hat. What the fuck are you talking about? Mortal Kombat? Raiden? You're talking about Raiden with the lightning? I see in the mixer chat there, Doc. I'm like, the fuck, man? You know, Venom drove that conflict and explained why, and then Captain America's like, fuck, alright, I can't get on your case because they're criminals. But they're criminals and they shouldn't be killed, but they're criminals. It's one of those things of, yeah, and Venom is going to be amazing. It's going to be a intro story, don't get me wrong. It's going to be an intro story. But, you know what, we're going to take a short break. That's what we're going to do. I don't normally take breaks. We're going to take a short break because I need to I'm going to pull up the trailer, and I want to have that up for you guys. And then we'll come back once I get the trailer. It'll be about like one song, so like 5 minutes, and then we'll we'll rotate around and we'll get this trailer playing. All right? So be right back about 5 minutes here on WTF Nation Radio. Shots.
You're listening to the sounds of WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio
Is in the house.
That's right, I'm in the house. Ugh. Yeah. So anyway, we're back. Thank you for hanging out during the break. I told you I'd be playing the Venom trailer. My display capture doesn't want to fucking work because fuck me, right? So we're gonna listen to the audio. I just gotta remember to unmute my fucking Google. That'd be great. Fucking start playing it, no fucking sound. All right, let's turn that shit up, yo. All right. That's another thing that fucking pisses me the fuck off. Before we get into this, every fucking trailer nowadays, every fucking trailer, every single one, every fucking single one starts off with this fucking fucking random shit, and it's like, boom, Venom. And you're like, well, that's a fucking shit trailer. It lasted like fucking 6 seconds. I didn't get anything from it. And then the actual trailer begins. And you're like, what the fuck, man? You know? It was just weird as shit. There we go. Cool. Got it. Here we go. All right. Okay, so for a quick reference, the symbiote does not like radiation or microwave. And the cool thing about that is the release date for it is it gave me the release date. It's down here. I'm sorry, October 5th. But that right there, I mean, that is the epitome of a trailer. And when you're talking about comic books, when you're talking about the comic book world and movies in general, you have this incredible, like Infinity War just came out, the trailer for Infinity War, and that's brilliant. Third quarter of the Super Bowl, third major Avengers movie, Infinity War Part 1. Fantastic. But we're starting to add characters to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and this is going to tie around to movies in general and the stagnation of industries. The Venom as a character has so much that from that right there, you can tell that a lot of thought has been put into this. A lot of thought. A fantastic amount. They learned about where he goes outside of New York after being Venom, known as the villain. They learn about the character, how tortured Eddie Brock is. And listening to Tom Hardy, he doesn't sound like normal Tom Hardy, which is, fucking Mad Max, where he's, or Bane, or it's a different sounding Tom Hardy. It's his representation, his take of Eddie Brock, who's had a shit hand dealt and then gets given the symbiote and becomes Venom. And I hope to God I see him in later MCU. And talking in the movie industry, it's one of the few industries that you see is not getting stagnant. With the release of the comic book universes, where you have DC Cinematic Universe and you have the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you're seeing things build up and anticipation and all these wonderful factors that lead to, hey, come back for the next movie, come back for the next movie, come back for the next movie. Let's build hype. Let's keep this train going. And they're putting out quality product. If you look at movies that are tributes to that, like for example, this year we're getting Ready Player One, possibly the biggest tribute to video games in the entire known history of literature is that book, and they're making a movie out of it. It's not going to be as good as the book, I can tell you that. Nothing is ever as good as the book, because the minute you have a Lord of the Rings, reading it is ruined for me, because every time I think of Aragorn, I think of Viggo Mortensen. Or Gandalf, I think of Ian McKellen. So it's kind of, reading the books hurts me a little bit now. But in the cinematic world, in movies, like Ready Player One is going to succeed phenomenally. I'm not saying it's, it might fail as a score, but it's going to succeed financially, and it's a risk. You're pandering to a very select audience and hoping that the rest of the world's like, oh my god, this looks great, we need to see it. Which, that audience is people like me, uber geeks, uber nerds. Ready Player One, reading it was fantastic. Just the idea of being able to go into any video game universe or any fucking universe or create my own, which is what the book pretty much has as a template, and then the whole thing is about finding the greatest video game Easter egg. That right there is, to me, that would be a dream come true. That would be the penultimate. God, that would probably be the best thing that ever happened to me. If I had the opportunity, if I had the opportunity to live a life like that, where I found something that changes not just myself but the world, which is what happens in Ready Player One. I'm not going to give spoilers for that or how it ends. But it's incredible how in the cinematic world, moving past the universes, looking at things like, God, what's the name of that movie? Now I feel like an idiot. But there's been plenty of movies released in the past 4 or 5 years, and it doesn't feel old. Even shitty concepts, like the shitty fucking Halloween reboot, which I view as shitty, or the weird Friday the 13th reboot, which I don't know why they rebooted it, but it felt like they were taking a chance and going forward. It felt like they were trying to innovate by revisiting. Even The Mummy, which is an excellent movie back from the 30s, the 1930s, and them trying to reinvigorate the monster universe. The Mummy, the werewolf, the Count Dracula, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That right there was, I was sitting there when it first got announced. I was freaking the fuck out, like, oh my god, we're gonna have a monster cinematic universe, and the movie flopped. It was absolutely fucking horrible. But still, movies are taking risks. I like that. Video games aren't taking risks. Cars aren't taking risks. Sports aren't taking risks. Nothing is fucking taking a risk. Everything is stagnating into just this goddamn oblivion. I just remembered Scorpio Get Over Here in Mortal Kombat. I think you said that correct. I think you said that twice, Doc. And it's refreshing. Now, what's a medium that's quickly getting stagnant is radio. Radio's getting stagnant. We have so many more options. Like, I don't know how many times I'll be in the car. I don't have, an aux cord for my car. I drive a 95 Buick and I drive an 03 Chevy. So I don't have aux cords, and I'm not a sound system guy. So if it's on, I have radio, and that's it. And listening to radio today, and tying this all back around, radio has become incredibly stagnant. So the next step, the evolution of radio, is this. The podcast, the internet show, which is fantastic. But once again, we're reaching, in my opinion, a point of stagnation. Especially here, like on my show, on Jose's Taco Truck. I spent 2 months bitching and moaning about fucking politics. And I'm not gonna lie, I was fucking miserable. Fucking miserable. Dead fucking miserable, because I don't want to fucking talk about politics, and I sure as shit don't expect you guys to want to fucking listen to fucking politics every fucking Tuesday and Thursday on your lunch breaks. For fuck's sake, there's so much better things we could be talking about. Someone could call the fucking right now, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, nookie, nookie, and fucking ask me about the fucking Mariners game, if there wasn't a Mariners game, but I'm using an example. And fuck yeah, sure, let's make a whole fucking segment of you and I fucking talking. Because fuck it, it's my show. And second, it's your lunch break. I don't want to talk politics on your lunch break. I don't want to spend 2 hours of your day sitting there. Every rock station plays Freebird every 5 hours. You leave my rock stations alone, man. Ice, you leave my rock stations alone. Freebird's a classic. But I'm talking specifically about talk radio. The constant politics is absolutely frustrating. It's absolutely demoralizing. It's And it's offensive to you. You know, it's offensive to me. Like, I'll be listening to my talk shows in Nashville, and I'm sitting there going, I'm fucking done. I don't want to hear about the latest fucking Mueller report while I'm driving to fucking school. I want to hear about what's going on in my city. Nothing. Great. Fucking surprise. You know, can I get 2 burritos, 2 large Cokes, and some Savage? Fuck yeah, you can get 2 burritos, 2 large Cokes, and some Savage. Hold on, let me get you your burritos, bro. I'm out of Coke, so I'm gonna give you some fucking beer. Just drive responsibly, all right? Fucking. So what do you know? What do you want to talk about? Let's not stagnate. Call the line now. 415-889-8367. 415-889-8367. Call me. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to bring up? What do you want to heckle about? Just as much as this is my show, it's yours as well. Give us a call. Let me know what's on your mind. As my call the show now bumper isn't working because fuck me, right? Yeah, that's what we'll do. Fuck you, KJ.
Call the show now at 415-889-8367.
Yeah, simple as that. I'm down. I'm cool. I'm hip. Okay, maybe I'm not hip. Oh, the song is cool, just not every 5 hours. Yeah, you're right. You know, radio is dying. The internet and podcast and internet radio is becoming a bigger thing. You know, I'm glad, you know, this venue is an excellent venue. But for fuck's sake, you can't just do the same fucking thing day in and day out. You need to innovate. WTF Nation Radio innovated. We fucking sit here and we put out a podcast and we put it on multiple platforms so we can reach the biggest audience, so that you guys have your options. If you don't like watching us on Facebook, there's YouTube. If you don't like YouTube, you have Mixer. But for fuck's sake, you know, it's you have options to listen to us. I personally never am in the Mixer chat. I am always listening to this on Facebook. I'm in the Mixer chat, you know, here. You know, I can see you, Doc. But it's a, you know, there's no app for Mixer, so I can't be out on the town listening to Mixer. I have to pull up my browser, and that's a pain in the ass in and of itself, you know? Yeah, Mike, I got your back, fam. Don't get too lit on those Budweisers. I know how low of a tolerance you got. Man, I'm out of coffee. This is a depressing day. I need to get a Keurig machine. Just put it right here. Just put it right here. Keurig machine. So what else is going on in the world? Oh, SpaceX. Forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. So, yeah, completely forgot about the world's heaviest fucking rocket launch. So SpaceX successfully launched its first Falcon Heavy booster Tuesday from the Florida pad used by NASA's Apollo missions. Company claimed the title for the most powerful rocket, and for some companies that might be a year-defying feat. But SpaceX and its CEO Elon Musk have a lot more coming this year, including launching astronauts and its Crew Dragon spacecraft and preparing its Big Falcon rocket for... You missed... It's Big Falcon rocket. You know, I'm seeing a theme here for potential tests in 2019. Okay, you ever notice when a company wants to name something big, it's always BF something? We know they want to say big fucking, but they can't because the media would throw a shit fit. I mean, Doom, big fucking gun. Fucking Elon Musk, he must be a fucking Doom player. He must be a Doom fan because he's like, what are we going to call it? The BFR. What does that stand for? Big fucking rocket. We can't call it that, Elon. All right, fine. The Big Falcon rocket. Now, first, Falcon Heavy, on which SpaceX spent nearly $500 million over 7 years to enter the heavy lift market for launching huge satellites and spacecraft off of planet Earth. The rocket can carry twice as much payload as its closest competitor, United Launch Alliance's Delta IV Heavy, at a lower cost, and its three first-stage boosters are designed to be reusable. For SpaceX, that's a launch vehicle triple threat. SpaceX Falcon Heavy can launch up to 141,000 pounds, 64 metric tons of payload into orbit, and send Musk's Tesla Roadster on a deep space ride toward the asteroid belt. Jesus Christ, 64 metric tons, and still not enough. It still can't launch enough weight to get my ex-wife off the planet Earth. Did you ever research on Kurdistan? You know, I'm curious what you want me to learn about Kurdistan. Mikey, I'm curious what you want me to know about Kurdistan. Talk to me, Mikey. Give me a call. Talk to me. Let me know. That's something we can talk about. I know you brought it up last week. What do you want me... What are you trying to put away through Kurdistan? Telling me to research Kurdistan is great. You want me to know the people, the population, the history, the culture, ancient, medieval, modern history, you know, what kind of, the language it speaks, you know, what's their primary import-export, you know, what am I looking for, Mikey? Just researching Kurdistan. I mean, I'm not a college student anymore, Mikey. I'm not just going to sit there, fuck you, Chris, taxation is not theft. I'm not a college student, man. I'm not just going to fucking go researching Kurdistan and become a subject matter expert on it just because. What about Kurdistan do you want me to look up? Are you specifically referencing Saddam Hussein and how he subjugated them and gassed the fuck out of them in the late 80s? You know, what am I looking up here, Mikey? What do you want me to know about Kurdistan? Was it blue? Was what blue? Ice, what are you talking about? Still, SpaceX is one of the things, is an industry that is just taking off. You know, we had the space race at the 60s and the 70s, but SpaceX is private, entirely private, and they're doing these things with the intention to get regular average Joes into space. And that's fucking cool. I would love to have a commercial flight to a resort on the moon. That would be fucking tits. I would be a happy KJ. I would be the entire time grinning my ass off. That would be awesome. Go to the fucking moon, get blitzed. The Blue Falcon rocket. The Big Falcon rocket? Oh, the Blue Falcon. Put my old first sergeant on that rocket. A zing. But yeah, you know, SpaceX is pushing us towards commercial space, and I'm thrilled. You know, space is where we need to go next. You know, we need to get there sooner than later, because at some point we're like rabbits, humanity. We fucking fuck all day. You know, every minute of the day, someone is having sex. At least one person. So every minute of the day, at least one person is having sex and coming. And with that being said, that means at least every minute of the day, a new human being is being fucking conceived. First of all, that's fucking horrifying. To think about it, because it could be your mom. And second of all, oh man, I wasn't expecting to crack up for that. Second of all, overcrowding will eventually become an issue. Get us to fucking space. I would love to fucking colonize the moon, Mars, Venus. Love to fucking expand and see what the fuck else is out there. You know, if in my lifetime there is they need fucking people to go colonize fucking Nanzania Falcon in the quadriplegic sector of space, fuck yeah, I'm going. I'll sit there. I volunteer as tribute. You can just throw me out the airlock. I'll see if there's oxygen. No problem. Because that would be the coolest shit ever. I mean, that would be the coolest shit ever in our current world of being able to say, yeah, I was the first motherfucker on Nanzania Farkin in the quadriplegic sector. You know, I was the first one to step out and make sure the air was breathable. Granted, my lungs are now fucking popcorn hanging out of my fucking chest, and my tongue has enveloped my entire head from the poison, but I'd be sitting there going, oh my god! Translation, that was so cool, oh my god. You know, that would be fucking tits. Space is where we need to go next. Talk about an industry that is constantly having to innovate and become better. Space. Fuck, man. I would kill to go to space. Now, the cool thing is the Big Falcon rocket, the BFR, that's what Elon Musk wants to use to colonize Mars. That's fucking cool. I never thought in my lifetime we would be talking about colonizing Mars. Talking about it. There's going to be people after me that are going to say, I never thought in my lifetime I thought we were going to be colonizing Mars. Hopefully, that's still in my lifetime. That would be incredible. But, yeah, big Falcon rocket. But of course, Elon Musk is I see what you said, Chris. Elon Musk is a Doom fan, so he probably pitches the big fucking rocket. You know, it's just so fucking cool to have these things happening now. All those sci-fi and all of that really becoming reality. I mean, we're starting to get fucking... China's testing a fucking railgun. The U.S. tested a railgun. I fucking worst time in Florida ever. But, you know, railguns and magnetic acceleration cannons and fucking... You know, that's just on the weaponry side. We're testing fucking rockets to see if we can get to Mars and colonize. You know, we're at a point where security guards in the Olympics can't decide which hole they're going to use the bucket for when they got norovirus. What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. What a time to be fucking alive. But there's just so much cool shit that's going on with space. And I want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a space shuttle door gunner. I want to be that poor fucking dude that gets thrown out the airlock to see if the air is breathable. First of all, painful probably way to die, but epic as sin. Just me fucking walk out there. Fuck it, y'all are too much of pussies. Oh, fuck me. That'd be fucking tits. That's how I'd want to go out. It was badass to see the boosters return to their landing site. Yeah, it was fucking cool as shit. Yo, it was funny because we were talking in the office, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on in Florida? Everyone's like, SpaceX and fucking Falcon Heavy. I'm like, the fuck is this? And then, like, a couple hours later, I'm like, fuck, I'm just going to Google it and watch it. And I'm sitting there in the middle of my fucking bartending class, like, bro, check this shit out. Or fucking I'm showing all the, we're going to fucking space, y'all. We're going to fucking live in fucking space mansions. We're going to be fucking Martians and shit. It's going to be tits. NASA released statement with Musk this morning. Oh, well, what did NASA release? Let's see what they said. NASA released statement with Elon Musk. NASA test treatments that could slow astronauts' muscle loss. I got nothing right now. I got nothing here on anything reliable from NASA and Elon Musk, but that's because I didn't search Elon Musk. SpaceX, most world, Falcon Heavy, symbolism of Elon Musk and a car to space. Okay, and let's talk about the balls of Elon Musk. All right, let's talk about that real quick. Motherfucker, this motherfucker doesn't send out some, oh, we come in peace. Look at all the achievements mankind has achieved and blah, 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 blah. This motherfucker's like, bitch, take my car. Boom. Out of all the things you can launch in space, he launches a fucking car. He launches a car. A fucking car. Can you imagine being that fucking alien that runs? Yo, Zimbor, what the fuck is that? I don't fucking know, dude. What is that? Is it safe? Yeah, it looks safe. Beam it online. Beam it on board. Beams it on board. Fuck is this shit? What is that weird circle thing? Huh. And they fucking push the horn. And it's like beeps and they freak the fuck out. One of two ways there. Either A, it can be interpreted as a fucking bomb by the fucking aliens. Or B, they're fucking cruising around their spaceship going like, fuck yeah. I'm in a Tesla. I'm in a Tesla. However the fuck they pronounce it. Them aliens gonna be like, we gonna pick up some mad bitches in this thing tonight. I mean, just the balls to send a fucking car to space. You know? And the best part about it is, with our luck, because humanity, we have some shitty fucking luck. I mean, you know, we just can't stop fighting with each other and launching, you know, and then we end wars with launching nukes. But, you know, with our fucking luck, this fucking Tesla goes all the way through the asteroid field, just cruising through space. Fucking hit some alien ship and we get some Independence Day stuff happening. That would be our luck. Like the aliens that find it as a declaration of war. That is how they declare war, is they give each other cars. That is what happens. That is the eternal luck of the human race. The fuck? And it's got a robot driving it. Fucking robot gets picked up. Where were you made? One fucking robot picked up by like some cyborg fucking race. Where were you made, brother? I was made on Earth. Earth. I've never heard of this Earth. Where is it? It is home to savages, brother. Make me like you. Does he have collision insurance? Fuck no, he doesn't. He's got to have asteroid insurance, man. Got to have asteroid insurance. The fuck is this? Oh shit, that's some random fucking. Well, that was fucking weird. Sorry, I was on the website. I was on the site talking about the significance of sending Elon Musk's car into space, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And some ad pops up because it's an advertisement on the site. I'm like, the fuck is this? I click it by accident. It's fucking a lingerie shop. Yeah, titties all over my screen. It's a great fucking Thursday to be alive. I don't know, man. I mean, Zidborg. It's aliens are gonna attack us for sending a V-bid. Does this mean Tesla can claim that the Roadster can get 2.5 million miles on a single charge? Jesus fucking Christ. Hey Abby, hey Abel, how you doing over in the Mixer chat? Yeah, the Roadster can get 2.5 million miles on a single charge. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna email them with that. I'm gonna use the Twitter account that I've never fucking tweeted out of, and I'm gonna tweet them and I'm gonna email them and make sure they put in like their marketing claim. That's fucking great. And then I'm gonna make sure you get some credit for that, Chris, so that we can collect royalties on that. Yeah, get some good royalties. We'll split it 90-10 in your favor. Oh man, fucking aliens are gonna attack us for sending a V-bid. Fucking shit, Ice. That just kills me. Oh yeah, that's fucking great. They honk the horn. Oh shit! Fucking someone, they're super auditory aliens. Their entire existence relies on psionic messages, and their ears are very underdeveloped, so loud noises just melts their brain, and the horn honks, and all of a sudden, fucking murdered like half the ship. Fucking all of a sudden they're coming at us hard. Oh man, I'm starting to think of that song, Lil Dicky, Pillow Talking. And there's a part of it, it's like, he's talking like, speaking of the army, man, like, what if aliens attacked us tomorrow? And would like the aliens trounce us, or would they be like, this goes hard, like Earth goes hard? And I'm sitting here thinking like, if aliens, and we're going completely rabbit hole here, but if like aliens attacked us tomorrow, I can only imagine one of three things happening. Either we're gonna get aliens from like War of the Worlds, where it's just, okay guys, just hide out for a little bit. They'll fucking kill themselves off. Or we're gonna get Mars attacks, of which they're just going to be so annoying we have to nuke them. Or we're going to get fucking like Battle LA. Like, I would love to have like a Battle LA style invasion. That would be fucking shit. That would be the shit. Like, first of all, like, I would never be Aaron Eckhart in that fucking movie. I could not see myself as Aaron Eckhart. I'm too fucking big. But like, I'd be the dude that's sitting there and like WTF Nation rolls out as a fucking squad in a Battle LA style invasion, and fucking Ice is the Aaron Eckhart guy, and I'm the fucking dumb shit stuck with the 240, bitching and moaning the entire fucking way because somehow I'm fucking stuck with the 240, and some fucking how I'm gonna be the one that dies in like the worst, like, unceremonious way possible. Like that's my luck. Like, I fucking pick up the 240, I put it down, I start firing my weapon jams. Backfire. Like, that's my luck. I could see fucking Ice on the fucking Ice rocking that squad leader sort of role. Fucking Jay Reddy's got the Jay Reddy's got the fucking, he's I don't know, he's our fucking morale guy. He's the guy that's always telling us to hunt the good stuff and shit. He's our resilience guy. He's our resilience trainer. MRT. Fucking, oh god. Minx would be our doc, our medic. Mike Golf would be in charge of the mortars. Unless we have a mortars guy, I don't know. Fucking, my ass would get stuck with the 240 because I'm young as fuck. So I'm the youngest guy here, so I get stuck with the 240 because I have the most energy. Fucking, oh god. Yeah, now I'm just fucking thinking about, like, what would the fucking squad be like in a Battle LA scenario? And, Kaz would be our comm specialist. Pookie would be the Rocketeer and demolitions expert. Like, Pookie would out of nowhere, just out of fucking nowhere, pull out, like, okay, guys, we gotta fucking blow up this comms tower that the fucking alien fuckboys are using to communicate and transmit their porn across the entire internet. And just Pookie out of his glorious beard would pull out, like, 50 bricks of C4. It's like, don't worry, guys, I fucking got this. Just don't stress it, guys, Do you know how to use that? Not a fucking clue. Oh, man. Play some of the new rap. Fucking, okay, so we got Pookie, we got Jay Reddy's MRT. Who else? Gray Cloud. Gray Cloud would be public affairs. Gray Cloud would be a public affairs officer. That's attached to us. I'm sorry, I'm losing my shit here over this. I'm sitting here talking it out with you guys, but I'm having to think about it beforehand. And I was trying to think of, like, Doc Madness. What would Doc Madness do? Counterintelligence. Doc Madness would be counterintelligence. Doc Madness would be fucking counterintelligence and propaganda. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm having too much fun here. Mom. What would Mom be? I'd stick Mom on the 249. Yeah, that's what I do. I'd stick Mom on a 240. No, I'd stick her on a 240 for reasons. I'll tell you the reason for that one later. But all in all, hey, if you want a grenade launcher, one showed up at Goodwill in Florida. It even came with a free life grenade. Fuck yeah. You want to be my AG? Hell yeah, Mikey. You can be my AG. I'll take my what I'll do is I'll leave my WTF Nation guys, WTF Nation gaming guys, will be a fucking recon element. That's how I get out of it. Ha! I lead a recon element with WTF Nation gaming. The alien invasion comes in. Fucking WTF Nation Radio is a fucking squad. WTF Nation Gaming, we're a recon element. We're a fucking scouts element. 2 fucking teams of 2 getting ready to swerve in, and that means I get Pookie as well. Ha ha! Goddamn right, my dick touches my ass. Oh, Spanky. Spanky would be our cook. I'm trying to think, am I missing anyone else? Oh, Mud Puppy. What would Mud Puppy be? Mud Puppy would definitely be the guy that always has a quip. Like, every fucking time, he'd be like, oh, shocking. Like, you fucking, we fucking drop some batteries. We tie some car batteries to a puddle. And fucking he'd be the guy, like, when the alien walked through the puddle and got electrocuted, he'd be like, oh, that was shocking. Just, his pun game would be so strong. But yeah, that'd be pretty fucking tits. We send Tesla out there, they think it's a V-bid, they come attack us, and it's Battle LA, that'd be pretty fucking tits. I think, like, personally, I would want Battle LA because in the end, we fucking figure out how to fight them and shit like that, so that's pretty cool. But, I have terrible luck, so more than likely it'd be like Mars Attacks, and I just want to blow my brains out from that bullshit. But then again, we sent a Tesla to space, so this should get pretty fucking interesting on the next couple of years. There's even there's a circuit board in the car that says made on Earth by humans. I mean, great. That's a little, I would give us a more imposing name, As I sit here eating bacon, eggs, and avocados. Hell yeah. Breakfast burritos. Fucking, here's the frustrating thing, like, humanity isn't inherently scary. Like, there's nothing saying, like, don't come attack us, aliens. There's nothing sitting there that's like, oh, well, who should we invade next? Let's invade the humans. Well, that sounds lovely. That sounds like a great Sunday afternoon. I know. Do you think they'll have weapons? Oh, they'll be rudimentary at best. Oh, wonderful, Alucard. Imagine if, like, we're the fucking death breathers. Or something, just like, what are we gonna go attack? The Viscal. What the fuck is a Viscal? Or some fucking weird name like that. They are known for their ability to breathe oxygen. An element that literally oxidizes and sets them on fire from the inside out. Fuck that. I don't want to fight that motherfucker. Let's go attack the fucking dick beaters over in Sector 7. I'm serious. Like, humans just sounds like... There's nothing inherently terrifying about that name. Like, just off the forefront, like you have that chip made by Elon Musk that says, made on Earth by humans. And there is nothing inherently terrifying about humans. Like, I got dibs on it on M14 18 times scope. If you're an alien species and you've decided you high? Hell, yeah, high on life. Shit. Man, you don't know me at all, Beanie Baby. I don't fucking touch any of that shit. I drink coffee and Kahlua. That's about it. But, there's nothing... Just imagine if our blood is acidic to them. That'd be fucking great. If our blood was... we're going to roll with that for a second. Just imagine, alright? And I'm going to use my little fucking headset for when I fucking use my headset to talk on the phone. But, like, just imagine our fucking blood's acidic. And I'm just, sitting there. It's like, oh, hey... little teardrop of blood starts. I'm not just chasing him with a pinky finger. Burns through him like the fucking alien blood from Aliens. Just fucking sit there. Shh, ah! That'd be fucking great. Or even better, fucking they can only see in one spectrum of light. Right? Like they can only see in one spectrum of light, be it like low light or high light or something like that, or thermal, whatever. And fucking, we just start developing multi-spectrum light, multi-spectrum viewing devices like we already have with nods and shit like that. So we're just constantly viewing them and seeing them, and no matter what time of day, we can always fight them. Perfect. And they're limited to only like night ops. So so when night ops happen, we just fucking floodlight everything. Or even as worst case, that happens, they fucking land in a city and they're fucking blind. Like they're just roaming around the fucking city. Like the whole fucking alien group just lands in the middle of fucking New York City in Times Square. We've come to overtake and steal all your... Oh my fucking god, that Kodak sign! Jesus! That'd be fucking great. Fucking alien fringing around, threatening to kill us all, blinded by the Kodak sign, which the irony is not lost on me choosing that for the first one. And then... fucking just hit by a fucking taxi. Taxi just sits there, turns on his fucking wiper blades. Not fucking today, alien motherfucker. Trump built that fucking wall going all the way to fucking space. My alien baby Jesus is blue with one eye with a laser. I heard that's a birth defect, Mikey. You should probably get that checked out. Alien baby Jesus should not be born with one eye with a laser. The species usually has two. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for the SpaceX and all these things going in, but I'm also terrified because, like I said, we launched a fucking car. For all we know, they've been fucking watching our war in the Middle East, and they fucking know what a VBIT is, and they're like, oh, fuck us. They're coming at us! What do we do? Shoot a warning shot. He's not stopping. How far away is he? 500 light years. Well, shit. Oh, God. That would tickle me pink. I would never let the human race fucking let it down. Like, if I would never let Elon Musk let it down if, like, he sent out that car and it becomes our downfall. Like, they fucking come back. Or even better, they come to our planet, right? No recon, and they start attacking all the cars. And they're wondering what the fuck we are. Like, they think the cars are the native species on the planet, and they're wondering what the fuck we are. Could you imagine the confusion? Like, we're just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, and they steal a fucking, I don't know, a fucking shitty ass Honda, or some bullshit fucking like, I don't know, Dodge Grand Caravan, and they start interrogating the Grand Caravan, thinking it's the, one of the species of the planet, because they don't know what a human is, and they just think us as slaves to these giant fucking metal beasts. So they view themselves as liberators. They're like, yeah, you liberated us. Thank you so much. Okay, bye. We have no fucking cars left. That'd be pretty fucking funny as well. Like, they just mistake that, they mistake that vehicle for the primary species of the planet Earth. That'd be fucking great. I shouldn't find that as funny as I do, but I do. It's killing me here, guys. It's killing me. Oh man, I don't know. Space is just so fucking broad that it's always hilarious. It's always the possibilities and the what ifs are what really, really kill me. You know. Just like the possibility of what if of, oh my god, is my government going to be open tomorrow? Which, probably not. Okay, real quick, with the Olympics coming around, I only got a couple minutes left. We have... Pardon me. God damn, that coffee and Kahlua. 7 American Olympians are from Anchorage, Alaska. 5 are from Duluth, Minnesota. These 2 cities joined Park City, Utah, 8 Olympians, and Steamboat Springs, Colorado, 6 Olympians, to lead the country in producing Olympic athletes for the 2018 squad. More than 40% of our Olympic athletes, which starts tonight, the Olympics start tonight, come from 5 states: Colorado, California, Minnesota, New York, and Utah. From Tennessee, no one from Tennessee, no one at all. No one from Alabama. No one from Arizona. Oh my god, we have 2 people from Arizona. We have Chris Knierim. He's a first-time Olympian in figure skating. And we have Brock Little. He's playing in hockey. Anyone from Arkansas? Nope. California. Got California. We got Colorado. Connecticut. Connecticut's got 2, 4, 6, 8. Jesus Christ. Do we have anyone from Florida? Jesus fucking Christ. Florida's popping out 6 people. If Florida is popping out people for the Olympics, that's insane. But the majority of our Olympians are coming from Colorado. 31 athletes from Colorado. 22 from California. 19 from Minnesota. 18 from New York. And 16 from Utah. Don't forget, the Olympics start tonight. I know they're every 4 years. Why, we just watched one 4 years ago. But the Olympics are part of the global community that we are now a part of, willingly or unwillingly. You hear me say it a million times. A global community. At Talladega Nights, they said everyone's baby Jesus is different. North Korea is still going to the Olympics. Yes, they are. I believe they are going under one flag as Korea. North and South Korea are participating under one flag. However, that's not the point. The Olympics are a time of coming together. And yes, I know General Mattis just said that we're going to fucking impose greater sanctions on North Korea. I don't give a shit. What I give a shit is that the Olympics are where we come together and we celebrate the nature of sporting and the nature of competitiveness in a positive manner. These are people that have spent their whole lives preparing to become Olympians. And hell yeah, support your fucking teams. I, for one, am stupid excited that I only have a few more days left of school so I can watch almost every night and day the Olympics, because I love the Olympics. You know, I am stoked for the Olympics. I want to go to Japan for the next Summer Olympics. I am fucking stoked. However, and the important thing that matters here, it's a time to come together. It's a time to relax and celebrate the best of what the world has to offer and see who comes out on top. It's not a matter of the best country, it's a matter of the best athlete. You know, I don't like to sit there and go, oh, the U.S. got 65 medals. And no, fuck that. U.S. didn't get that. That athlete got that medal. So, you know, take that time, find whatever you like. I'm going to be watching all of it. I love the Olympics. I'm one of those weird guys that watches all the Olympics as much as I can. I watch the highlights. I watch everything. So, you know, sit there and start yelling at me, nerd. Lol for the Winter Olympics. The Winter Olympics are awesome. You know, I like I, you know, as y'all know, I grew up in New York. I grew up in winter. I loved fucking wintertime. You know, I'm in Tennessee now, and I fucking hate winter here because there is no winter. So, you know, snow is awesome and cool as shit. Like, I want to move to New Hampshire because there's snow and mountains and snowboarding and skiing and snow skates and fucking luge and all that fun shit. I love Winter Olympics. I love winter sports. Fucking summer sports, fuck it. I don't care. I can bike whenever the hell I want. I can bike in the winter. There's a lot more long distance and heavier paced things in the winter sports as well. But with that being said, I think it's time. We're going to do a little bit of house cleaning. And then I'm going to go have some nice paninis with my wife. Yeah. Today's brunch is paninis. Yeah. I'm getting all culture-fied. All right, tonight. Oh, I'm so fucking jealous. NASCAR driver Jesse Iwuju, a commissioned surface warfare officer in the Navy. He is the first active-duty NASCAR driver. In 2015, he began his stock car racing career with aspirations of eventually rising to the top levels of NASCAR in the future. He's currently racing in the NASCAR Can-Am Pro Series West, and as a rookie in 2016, he finished top 10 overall in points for the season out of 59 drivers in the Can-Am Pro Series West. He went into his sophomore year of the Pro Series season for 2017. That is tonight on Sergeant's Time. Next Tuesday, February 13th, we have Carl Forsling from Task and Purpose. He's a senior columnist for Task and Purpose. He was a Marine pilot and for a MV-22 Bravo and a CH-46 Echo. Retired from military after 20 years of service. He is the father of 2 children and a graduate of Boston University and the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. Task and Purpose launched in 2014 to provide authentic and unfiltered perspectives on military and veteran issues in the post-9/11 era. Task and Purpose's team of veterans, military family members, and journalists who have covered the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan can tell the stories in the military and veteran communities, not just because they're paying attention, but because of their personal and professional experiences with conflict compels them to. On February 20th, a Tuesday, we have Lieutenant Yvette Pinder and retired Army Major Ed Polito from Real Warriors. The Psychological Health Center of Excellence, PHCOE, oversees the Real Warriors campaign as part of the Defense Department's overall effort to promote a culture of support for psychological health. PHCOE's mission is to improve the lives of our nation's service members, veterans, and families by advancing excellence in physical health, care, and prevention of psychological health disorders. They collaborate with the Defense Department, Department of Veteran Affairs, and other agencies to provide leadership and expertise and drive improvements in psychological health outcomes. On February 23rd, a Friday, so it's going to be Friday Night Freedom, we have Scott Morrison from Operation Supply Drop. In a response to a growing need from our deployed troops requesting generationally relevant gear from back home, Operation Supply Drop was founded in 2010 with a focus on delivering video game care packages downrange. As they grew and service members returned home to face transitional challenges, our objective evolved to identify and address the underlying need of these veterans and their families. Today, Operation Supply Drop is a direct reflection of listening to those who serve. Tens of thousands of our active duty members are receiving care packages courtesy of our generous gaming partners, while we develop substantial programming to work with veterans during their transition home. Our programs address mental health, homelessness, and employment for veterans and their families, accompanied by a global structure encouraging community service and commitment towards one another. Sorry, I had to wet the whistle. February 24th, we have Jeannie Ruggiero from Creative Drill Sergeants. Our nation is faced with an increasing number of Iraq and Afghanistan OIF veterans separating from military service with traumatic brain injury, post-traumatic stress disorder, and often military sexual trauma. Homelessness risk and suicide rates among our nation heroes our nation's heroes will continue to rise without more effective coping mechanisms for use as trauma healing interventions. Trauma healing interventions begin with the 4 connected components of our mission statement that help prevent homelessness and suicide among veterans and can lead to successful reintegration into civilian life. Pardon me. Sorry about that. And as always, don't forget to check out our sponsors and friends. First of all, we have Project Overwatch. They are still doing their Paw Patrol campaign. Very simple campaign meant to get cameras involved on the backs of the dogs, increase that situational awareness, and really just make things easier for the K9 unit and the officer involved. They provide support by filling the training gaps for law enforcement and firefighter communities through veteran leadership and experience. They are not completely non-for-profit, so any dollar you donate will go entirely to them, and as always, to the campaign. And as always, Rangers lead the way. Also, War Horses for Veterans. They are currently working on building an extension to their facility, which allows them to operate year-round, so that you can go to that 3-day weekend horse and networking experience, be it in December or be it in fucking June. Ice and Red Lake went out there, rode some horses, drank some beers, generally had a good time, ate some Midwestern food. Pretty much, lack of a better word, it's a safe space for veterans to relax, let our guards down, and share our no shit there it was stories. Also, don't forget to check out the Veterans Report. If you want veteran news and information all in one place, stop by theveteransreport.com. No opinion, no politics, no bias, just regularly updated news about topics like the VA, changes in benefits, vets helping vets, and anything else that makes the news. There are links to all major media outlets, federal and state veteran affairs departments, and even a link to a database of over 1,000 war movies. Like us on Facebook too. And their Facebook is in the description above. And other than that, it's been a pleasure, guys. Glad y'all hung out. And with that being said, I'm gonna go to some paninis with the wife, and I bid you all farewell and have a great Thursday. And I will see you tonight. No, I'm not done. I will see you tonight for Sergeant's Time. Don't forget, tomorrow we have every night a show at 2000 Eastern Time. We have Sergeant's Time tonight with Ice and Doc Madness and Mike Golf. Friday Night Freedom with Minx and Mud Puppy. Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy and Pookie. The Green Room with Jason and Charlie. The Monday edition with Ice and Flash. And Tuesday, we'll bring it all around to Tuesday with Tied Up Tuesdays with Minx and Grey Cloud. All those shows are at 2000 Eastern Time. Don't forget also, every Tuesday and Thursday, you have Jose's Taco Truck with me, KJ, the most non-Mexican you'll ever see, at 1200 Eastern Time every Tuesday and Thursday. And with that being said, I'm going to go eat some paninis, and I wish you all a great fucking Thursday, and I'll see you tonight for Sergeant's Time with Ice. So, don't forget, shots.
Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
You're listening to the sounds of WTF Nation Radio.